What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Kydele and Reyhan. Hope you're ready to get your soul tie on. I am. Let's go and play first. See who we're playing against. Playing against Nekusar. Magic After Dark. Yes, indeed. We will take that. As far as our opening hand goes, yeah, we've got Birds of Paradise, Botanical Sanctum, Watery Grave, Prophet of Crufix. Yes, we'll keep on this one. Sounds like a plan. Let's get the graveyard squared up. Then we will cover what our commanders do in just a second. So, let's go ahead and go for the Botanical Sanctum. Yeah, we definitely be online for that. Go for the Birds of Paradise. Yes, get that down. And then next time we're looking at Cold Eye, and we'll kind of get our card drop and running from there. But yes, we're playing Reyhan, last of the Obzon. Reyhan enters the battlefield with 3+1 counters on it. Then whenever a creature you control dies or is put into the command zone, if it had one or more +1 counters on it, you may put that many +1 counters on target creature. Sorry for reading that so quick. I'm trying to not eat our opponent's clock up. So, and we do have Blue Sun Zenith in the hand too, which is pretty nice. Let's go ahead and shock in. Either way, we've got 2 shock lands. So let's go and shock this in. Let's go for Cold Eye. So we're looking at we'll go double blue on this one. And then 1 off the Birds of Paradise. Anything else? No, let's go and pass the turn. Alright, so next turn we're looking at, we can get Cold Eye down. It has Island Walk. Our opponent has Tainted Isle down, which is not an island, but we're still going to be able to swing in and draw that many cards. So we'll kind of get that going, and then we'll see what we want to go for. Let's go ahead and do that before we get the land drop. Let's go and swing in with Cold Eye. Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, we draw that many cards. So let's go and swing in for 1. That'll be a nice little extra card draw. Then we'll probably end up going for Kydele, especially if we have Cold Eye online, drawing a few extra cards before the Nekusar. Oh, and I didn't even think about Nekusar wheel effects, drawing a bunch of cards with Nekusar and Kydele. That's going to be really nice. I'll take that. Okay. We're going to get the... Yes, we're going to use that ability. Draw another card. Draw into Nissa. Okay. I think at this point we still want to go for Kydele, so we're going to have to shock this one in. Let's go for that. Let's go for Kydele. Looking at green, blue, and then whatever. Get her down. So now we're looking at Kydele is going to be tapping for 2. We'll just go and re-rack. And then let's cover, oh yeah, Kydele. Kydele, we're going to add colorless mana for each card that you've drawn this turn. So basically each card that we draw, we're going to add colorless mana from Kydele. We're also playing against Nekusar. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. Then whenever an opponent draws a card, Nekusar deals 1 damage to that player. So we're going to have to watch out for that damage being dealt across to us. But hopefully we can kind of take advantage of Kydele getting a few extra card draw once our opponent gets down Nekusar. So they are going for Mystical Tutor. They're going to have to reveal it, so let's go and get the reveal zone popped up. We'll see what they search up. It'll be right there whenever it does, and then we can kind of go from there. Alright, so now as far as what we need to do next turn, we're looking at swinging in with Cold Eye. That's going to be 1 damage. It's going to be dealt to our opponent, puts them down to 28, but mainly we're going to draw another card, which is going to turn on Kydele for 2. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to have 6 total mana. More than likely, probably going to go for Prophet. That's going to allow us to, all of our creatures and lands are going to untap during each player's untap step. Vision Schemes. Each player draws 2 cards. Okay, fair enough. They might be digging for some lands if that's their search target. But yeah, so we're going to have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana from Kydele once we swing in with the Cold Eye. If they get some sort of creature down, then we're not going to swing in because they do not have an island yet out there for Island Walk. But yeah, more than likely we're probably going to go for the Prophet. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Okay. I think that was them. Yeah, they did go for that. Let's see, anything else? Okay, so we're going to be able to swing in for Cold Eye. They're tapped out. There's going to be an extra card draw for us. Worldly Tutor. Search your library for a card, reveal it, put it on top of it. So let's go ahead and... so we're looking at swinging in. That's going to be 2. Yeah, let's go and swing in with Cold Eyes. We can actually cast that in response. Coming in hot for 2. Excuse me, coming in hot for 1. I'm thinking of the 2 for Kydele whenever we're going to be able to tap and draw a card. Deal combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. Let's go and fire. So if we go Worldly Tutor, yeah, let's go Worldly Tutors. That way we can put a card on top and we can draw that actual card that we want. What do we want though? So we have Winding Constrictor, put that many +1 counters on there. I'd like to get into spots where we can really amplify the number of card draws that we're running. We already have Prophet of Crufix, we're okay with that. Prime Speaker would be a good way too. We don't really have a huge power toughness creature out there. But we can get into spots where we can get the Sages down, put that on top. Yeah, we'll have enough mana to cast it. Put a +1 counter. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1 counter on there. Let's go ahead and go for Corpse Jack, I think. We could go for Sage of Hours. Well, we don't have any way to kind of target that over there. Let's go ahead and grab the Sages. Grab 4, enter the battlefield, remove 2, draw a card. Yeah, let's go and go for that. It's going to allow us to get some card draw. We can cast it, and then, yeah, I like that. We use that ability. We're going to draw that card. It goes on top. There's going to be 2 that we've drawn from Kydele, and that's going to leave us 5 total mana. Let's go ahead and go for the Prophet of Krufix. So we're looking at 1, 2 colorless, and then let's go for blue, and then green, and then whatever on Birds of Paradise. Okay, we'll be able to untap everybody. Sorry, shout out to our opponent. Sorry about that. Alright, so now with Prophet of Krufix, we can flash in creatures. We've drawn 0 cards this turn with Kydele, so we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to be able to tap out for 4, so we can go for a Hooded Hydra for 2 if we want to. We're going to enter in the battlefield with those additional counters on there. We'll see on that one. We do have Rite of Replication, though. So if we want a Rite of Replication, we don't have enough mana for Rite of Replication just now because we're only at 3 lands. But we do have the Birds of Paradise, so we'll see what they're going for. But worst comes to worst, we can go for Nissa. We can, in this deck is designed to set up to go villain as well, beat sticks all the way. But we do get into spots where we get down Nissa, put a -1 count, put a +1 counter on each creature that we have, and this. You're going to get into spots where you're kind of going beat sticks pretty quick. Let's see. Any way we want to sequence this? Let's go ahead. Do we want to go for the Hooded Hydra? No, we can just go and cast Reyhan. Let's go and go for that. Alright, so we're going to flash in Reyhan. That's going to be the last little piece of our commander puzzle. Anything else? No, we're good. Okay. Draw 1 more card. Let's go and get the Tropical Island down. And then let's go and swing with Cold Eyes. See if we hit something else on the card draw. We could go for Nissa, putting a bunch of stuff on there, but right now I think we're okay with this. Let's go and swing in because I'd like to get in spots where we can get the Sages down and get a little bit extra card draw going. Okay, coming in hot for 1. It's going to be put them down to 25. We're going to draw another card. And this is definitely a Dirtle deck. This is the deck that we're not trying to win as quick as we can. We just really want to kind of just see what kind of shenanigans we can get into. Draw into Retreat. Okay, so we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 total mana. Let's go ahead and get these Sages down. That way we can, if we do go for the get the counters on there, we can really kind of take advantage of drawing those cards. So let's get the Sages down. So we're looking at blue. We're looking at 1, 2 on Kydele, so we're going to be able to untap her. Let's go and tap for blue off the Birds of Paradise. There we go. Okay. Get out the stage. Oh, and actually, we just missed. We could have swung it across the board over there with these over here. I was just thinking Cold Eyes to get the card draw going. Anything else? No, let's go on fast turn. Okay. So we got a nice little board state develop. Probably going to go for a Nissa Voice of Zendikar next turn. Vampiric Tutor. They do have 2 black sources, so we might see a Damnation coming across over here. See if they start. They're not going to be able to reveal it. They won't. Yeah, they don't have to reveal on that. But worst comes to worst, we can go and get the Nissa down, get some nice little +1 counters on all of our creatures, and then kind of go from there. Nice little board state. So we're looking at, it's going to be a 5 coming across, 9, 12, and they did fire the see what they go for with the Vampiric Tutor. Tapping out for 2. This might be this Vision Schemes. There we go. Okay, I'm going to cross that off. Each player draws 2 cards. That's going to turn on Kydele for 4, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to get anything past that. It's going to cancel out for the turn. Okay, we untap. We have no creatures. Well, we can tap out for, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can go for a Hooded Hydra, get into a few extra snake tokens, if that's what we're going to go for. I'm not sure what they search up with Vampiric Tutor. I feel like if it's a board wipe, they're going to go for it now. If they tap for double black, we'll definitely see that. Might be Damnation. Or Toxic Deluge. That would probably be the Toxic Deluge. If that's the case, we may hold up Hooded Hydra. Toxic Deluge for 4. Okay, let's go and go Hooded Hydra. So we're looking at 1, 2... So yeah, let's go and cast it. And we're looking at for 3. Okay. Get down Hooded Hydra. That's going to give us some nice little snakes. Do we want to graft? Yeah, we'll go and graft over there. Okay. So a nice little 4/4 body. You're still going to have those 4 snakes on the battlefield. Toxic Deluge is going to clear out the board. And then let's go ahead and sequence it to where we're going to put the Reyhan triggers on the stack first. I guess we have to put the Hooded Hydra trigger on the stack first because it's not letting me do the Reyhan triggers. Okay, so we have to do the. Okay, never mind. I was thinking we could do the things and then get the snakes on the battlefield and then put the Reyhan triggers, but we can't do that. Okay, so our opponent went for the Toxic Deluge. We're still left with some 4/4 snake bodies, which I'll take that, and we can go Nissa and put some nice little counters on there. So I'll go for that. Let's go ahead and go for Nissa. So we're looking at green. We'll leave up Imperial Seal on this one. Let's go ahead and put a +1 counter on each creature that we control. There we go. Let's go and fire this Imperial Seal off too. What do we want to search up on this one? Let's go ahead. We're at 4 mana. We're going to have Gyre Sage coming down. We're really far away from a Villainous Whelp, to be honest. If we're going to go beat sticks, let's go and get the Kydele. I like that. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1 counter on there. That kind of forces them to have some sort of spot removal. Okay, let's go and swing in. Coming in hot for 8. It's going to put them right in at 11. We have the Nissa activation next turn if we want to go for that to create a plant token. But at least we're going to be swinging in for 8 again at the 3. We're going to be drawing a few extra cards. If they do tap out for Nekusar, we'll definitely take this with the snakes coming in hot. So, but yeah, it feels like I'm playing some Hapatra over here with all the snake tokens out there. I'll take that though. But yeah, this deck, it's very much a Dirtle deck. It's not like my goal with this deck is to bust like a really big Villainous Wealth. That's what we're going for with this one. So, whenever I sit down and play this, that's my mindset. I have a Horse Blinders on a big old Villainous Wealth because it's always a lot of fun. Or Blue Sun Zenith for a bunch, making them mill them out. You know, we don't. You know, I'm sure there's some combo in here somewhere or some sort of synergy like that, but it's not exactly what we're going for every single time we sit down with this deck. So it's always a lot of fun. But on a side note, if you want your very own Villainous Wealth, head over to MTGOTraders.com. They have the best Villainous Wealth to choose from. They always give you the best cards from your opponent's library whenever you go for the Villainous Wealth. Always a lot of fun. And yeah, also if you're not subscribed to the MTGOTraders YouTube channel, make sure you do. I'm making videos for them too. Nice little mix of Modern and Commander. Okay, so our opponent gets out Nekusar. That's going to be two cards drawn this turn. Not extra cards, but 2 cards. Okay, 1 damage from Nekusar. And they're going to be able to redirect over to Nissa, which is going to take care of Nissa. Fair enough. And then Dictate of Crew Fix. Okay, we're having some fun now. So any certain way we want to sequence this. Right now, if we just want to go beat sticks, let's get the snake down. I think that sounds pretty good. We don't have a land drop to make for the turn. Yeah, let's go and get this down. We've got snakes, man. Looks like we're tapping for blue and then green. Alright, I'll take that. Let's go and come in hot with the snake tokens. We're going to lose one of them, but at least we're going to go and force it to... oops, there we go. Attack with all creatures, coming in hot for 8. More than likely they're going to block on one of them, so it's going to be 6 coming across, which is going to put our opponent down to 5. So I'll take that, because we're looking at card draw. We're looking at least 2 next turn from Nekusar. So we're looking at our nice little snake over being a little 4/4 body. And that's going to be 8 coming across in total snakes. So they're going to have some sort of spot removal on our snakes coming across. But yeah, you know, and the way the deck's set up is there's a lot of value creatures in here. So sometimes we do end up just going beat sticks like this to where we're going to close it out with some creatures coming across. We should have got into some extra damage earlier in the game. I was just worried about getting Cold Eye activated up and running. I think there's one turn we missed swinging in with Reyhan and then the Prophet of Crew Fix too. So we should have swung into that. It might have been enough to kind of close it out on this one. So I do apologize for that. But like sometimes when I play certain decks, my mindset is, all right, we need to get to a big Villainous Wealth. I'm not even thinking about combat damage. So sometimes that happens, even though, like, you know, you should technically be trying to get as much damage as you can. You're playing Magic. But sometimes when I play certain decks, you know, it's just like, hey, you know, just kind of want to dirtle, want to have some fun. I approach Commander in like a, if you're new to my channel, I kind of approach Commander in like a kitchen table Magic style setting. So that's what I'm going for. And we are recording. There we go. We got past a certain mark. Mystic Retrieval, Toxic Deluge. Okay, so we're going to have to pay some life on that one. We're looking at paying 2. It's going to put them down to 3, which is fair enough. We're not going to be able to draw an additional card, but it's going to get them pretty close. We'll see. We do have the Unspeakable Symbol, so if we want to get a little aggressive, putting some +1 counters on something, we can go for that. So they are going to go for the Toxic Deluge on 2. It's going to take care of the snake tokens. Nekusar is going to go down to 0/2, so they're not going to be able to swing in. On this one, we probably might go for Gyre Sage. We just need to hit a land drop for the turn. Hopefully we hit it between Nekusar. Run into Bioshift. Not exactly what the doctor ordered on this one. Skyshroud Claim. Well, that is better than nothing. We can grab 2 forests and go for Gyre Sage. Let's go ahead and go for that. So we're going to go Skyshroud Claim. Now, we will get pretty close to being killed to a, let's grab a Bayou and then another forest. That way we're not taking any damage. I was just saying, like some sort of wheel effect would be a little bit of a bummer. Let's go and get Gyre Sage down. Now, what we can do, we have Unspeakable Symbol. Pay 3 life, put a +1 counter on target creature. So, Gyre Sage is very innocent looking. Look at her. She's just here to generate some mana. But if our opponent taps out for something, maybe we get some wheel effects, we draw a few extra cards, we have enough life total, we can get into spots where we can pay just 6 life, put 2 counters on there. That's going to be a nice little Gyre Sage just coming across for a 3/4, and that'll be enough to close it out, depending on how they tap out. So that is definitely an option that we can go for. So I'll take that. Nice little scrappy win with Gyre Sage coming across, and then more than likely Gyre Sage is not going to catch any sort of removal. But yes, getting into that Skyshroud Claim really kind of opened our mana back up. So, you know, it's turn 8, and we're sitting at 4 lands, so we're bound to draw some lands here in a little bit. Okay, Dark Petition. Search your library for a card, put it in your hand, shuffle your library. They definitely do have Spell Mastery online, so they might be going for some sort of wheel effect. They're going to have 3 floating black mana with 2 mana floating between the 2 mana to tap between the mountain and the Sucking Hollow. So we'll see if they want to choose up on this one. But other than that, we have Unspeakable Symbol putting those counters on Gyre Sage, hopefully for lethal. That'd be pretty nice. But even if we are looking at a wheel effect, and then we do lose Unspeakable Symbol, that's going to be 7 from Nekusar, which is going to put us down to 14. Then the card draws for next turn is 2 more, so we're going to be down to 12. So, and the plus we're going to get a fresh grip right now because everything in the hand is kind of just really meh. You know, we have Dictative Crucifix, we could flash that in, but at the beginning of each player draw step, that draws an additional card that's going to count towards Nekusar. If we lose Retreat, we lose that on that life gain, but more than likely we really kind of want the counter aspect to it. And then Rite of Replication is not that good. So if they are Dark Petitioning for some sort of wheel effect, using that mana to cast Wheel of Fortune or Dark Deal or something like that, we can definitely get around it. And then Blue Sun Zenith just for a bunch, so just gonna have some fun. We could, if we get into a spot, okay, we get into enough mana. So we're looking at Rite of Replication on Nekusar. We'll have our very own Nekusar. Every time they draw a card, they're going to lose life. That's one of the ways that you can kind of get around to Nekusar is that you make a copy of theirs, and then all of a sudden their wheel effects kind of, as long as you're ahead on life total, you can really get around that. So we could go for a Rite of Replication, now that I think about it. If we tap out for Rite of Replication, they're going to be drawing the card for the turn, that's 1 damage, an additional card for their Nekusar, an additional card from our Nekusar. That's going to be 3 coming across right there. So we can go for the Rite of Replication on Nekusar to make them kind of taste their own medicine. So we'll see what they're searching up for with the Dark Petition. That'll be kind of fun. But yeah, so we have 2 different outs on this. But if they do get it, like I said, if they have a wheel effect and we get rid of the Unspeakable Symbol and the Rite of Replication, then that'll be a little bit of a bummer. But we'll see what they're searching up. But yeah, I'm a huge, if you're new to the channel, while our opponent's doing their Dark Petition, I'll just kind of do a little bit more of a commentary style video. If you're new to my channel, I very much like Sultai stuff. So this Sultai deck is very much just a, like, because when you build a commander deck, like, say you want to build Hapatra, I go to edhrec.com and I look on there and I look at the key cards that are on there that should basically, you're looking for the key cards that would go in any Hapatra deck, you know? And so you get those core cards and then you kind of build around it from there. When I built Kydele and Reyhan, this is one of those decks where I was truly just like, I didn't really have much to go on. I was just like, I know I want to do Sultai counters, and I know I want to do a bunch of card draw. What goes good with card draw and counters? Well, Villainous Wealth, you can get a bunch of counters. You have Prime Speakers and Ghana that interact really well with counters. You can be drawing a bunch of cards. So really, you can get into the spots where if the cards fall right for you, you can really build this awesome card drawing machine and just have a lot of fun. And kind of just go from there. Okay, so our opponent finally goes for the Dark Petition, finally resolves. They have 3 mana floating. They do not have to reveal the Dark Petition, if that's correct. Yeah, that was from earlier. So they do not have to reveal. We'll see what they're going to go for. Once again, we have the game simply going Rite of Replication, well, assuming they don't have any sort of removal. But depending on what they search, I'm not sure what they would have searched up with. So we'll kind of go from there. But they are getting down to 2, so getting a little hairy right there. We are looking at 6 total mana that they're going to have available between their untapped lands and the 3 mana floating. So we'll see what they'll go for. I'm just waiting with anticipation. Can't wait. They are tapping for the full 6. Let's see what's happening. Okay. So 6 mana. We got 3 black, 2 red, and one blue mana. Okay, Everflowing Chalice for 1. Okay, that's 1, 2. Sorry, my phone went off and I was just kind of checking real quick. So we're still basically at 5 mana now. I'm just curious. Incinerary Command. Destroy target non-basic land. Deals 2 damage to each creature. Okay, fair enough. Alright. So right now, we still have the Rite of Replication on Nekusar. We still have 2 blue sources. We can cast it. They can swing it for 2 if they want to. It's going to put us down to 19. But we have the Rite of Replication on Nekusar. That's going to be 2 card draws for the turn. And I will take that. Let's give it a shot. Maybe, and they're tapped out, so we're just basically looking at like Forza Wheel on this one. They might have some sort of removal. We have to watch out for that. We do. Okay. So we get the Nekusar trigger, 1 damage up top, draw an additional card. Oh, there's Villainous Wealth. You're a little too late, buddy. We need a little bit more mana for you. Let's go ahead and, just in case Fell War Stone, we're going to go Rite of Replication on Nekusar. So we're looking at blue, blue. Alright, so we have our own Nekusar. So it's going to be, basically, they're going to have to, at the beginning of the draw step, oh yeah, beautiful. Let's get our triggers on the stack. They're going to draw an additional card. Now, they're going to have some sort of spot removal for Nekusar to stop this. Let's see if they do. If not, I'll take it. We do need Nekusar to stay on the battlefield. Hopefully they don't start. I've got my fingers crossed on this one. If not, I'll still go ahead and post this video up. It's kind of fun. But, yeah, basically they can stop it if they can bounce something back to the hand. Draw an additional card. This will be 1 damage. Go down to 1. Alright, I will take that. Hey, wasn't a Villainous Wealth for the win, but Villainous Wealth wanted to show up and see the copycat Nekusar, so I'll take that. Yeah, that was a nice little match. Alright, everybody. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe. Thanks. Bye.